Guys, you've got Mr. Everything English, and I hope you all are doing well. I hope your families are doing well, and I hope all the people around you are doing well. I hope you're keeping safe during the lockdown, and I hope that you're benefiting in some way, in some shape, in some form from being at home, and you're not letting it go to waste. Whether it's schooling, whether it's your fitness, whether it's your mental health. Guys, please do take advantage of this time and see it as a positive rather than a negative. Now, in the first 3 videos, guys, by the way, I've missed talking to this camera because even though it's a camera, I feel as though I talk to all of you, and it's been a while since I've spoken to you. Now, let's get all that mushy stuff out of the way. Guys, in the first 3 videos that I did on English Language Paper 1, we covered question 2, question 3, question 4, and we did the first part of question 5. Now, in this video, we're going to finish off how to plan a question 5. So guys, before I begin that part of the video, please don't forget to subscribe to the video if you haven't already. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Please message me if you want to join any of my online classes. I do weekly classes on English language, English literature. I do classes for SATs. I do classes for year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12. So if you are interested and you want to get involved, guys, simply drop me an email at mree@mreverythingenglish.com and I will get in touch with the details. Alright guys, let's look at how to plan the question 5 part 2. Okay guys, so if you remember what we did before, what we did in our previous videos. In the previous video, we looked at language devices, we looked at vocabulary, and we looked at punctuation. And we ended it by using this as our base question. Now, I'm not going to make this video unnecessarily long. I'm going to plan 1 paragraph on the board just to show you guys how to plan the perfect paragraph for a story. So, guys, the question was, write a story about someone crash landing on a distant planet. Now, guys, we don't forget and we can't forget that the mark scheme for this question is as follows. The mark scheme is your work interesting? Have you got a range of language devices? Have you got a range of vocab? A range of punctuation? And then there's structured features, which I'm not going to put on the board for now. So guys, those few things, is it interesting, range of language, range of vocab, range of punctuation, those are the musts. We have to have them in our answer. Now, how do you put together the plan for each paragraph? This is how I would plan my writing. So for example, let's look at the first paragraph. Your character is crash landing on the planet. So, the paragraph would be about the crash taking place. So this is the topic of my paragraph, that the crash is taking place. Now, there are 2 things that will happen in the paragraph. Okay, the crash is taking place. I will describe the fall. So I will describe how the aircraft is crashing, the speed it's moving at, how the character is feeling. And then, after describing the fall of falling, the paragraph will end by me describing where I have landed. Those are the 2 things that will be happening in my first paragraph. Now guys, you can see already, there's 2 key words there on the board, describe and describe. The opening paragraph that I will be doing will be focusing a lot on detail. I want the readers to get to know my main character, how he feels, why is he crashing, where is he crashing, what's the speed, how does he feel. All these emotions will be wrapped up in my first paragraph. Now, this is me trying to make it interesting, but I need all of this. So, if you guys remember from the previous video, I said that we have to have a range of language devices, and I went through at least 10 different language devices. Now, when I'm describing the fall, I'm going to use a rule of 3. Now, guys, to recap, a rule of 3 is when you have 3 words in a row to describe something. So I might say, I feel afraid, I feel nervous, I feel bewildered, scared, afraid. These are 3 words or phrases to describe my feelings. Therefore, you call it a rule of 3. And I will also use a simile. Guys, simile is when you compare 2 things using like or as. Now that is my language device. Next, I will do my punctuation. To show how scared I am, in my paragraph, I will use an exclamation mark. That counts as my punctuation. Then I need some vocabulary. The vocabulary that I will be using is the word morose. The word morose means sad. Now that is one of the words that I will be using in my paragraph. The second word that I will be using is gargantuan. The second word that I will be using, guys, is gargantuan. Now, this basically means massive. So guys, tick it off. Now, if we look at that plan, so guys, if we look at this plan here, this plan, it took us, I don't know how long the video will be running for, but this plan took us a couple of minutes. And I would argue it's the best way to plan a paragraph. Here, guys, here, we've ticked off all the mark scheme in our plan. Now this, guys, here, this will count as our content. Our content is worth 24 marks. Now this at the bottom counts as our language. Sorry guys. Now guys, this at the bottom counts as our language. And this is worth 16 marks. Now when we put the 2 together, you get a mark out of 40. Now guys, look. All you would do in your exam is you would do this plan 5 different times. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, and paragraph 5. And you will make sure that you have a range of vocab, range of punctuation, range of language devices. That's why, guys, in my previous video, I went through loads of different punctuation, loads of different language. So in every single paragraph, we will change it up. For example, in paragraph 1, I've got exclamation mark. In paragraph 2, I might have a colon. Paragraph 3, semicolon. Paragraph 4, brackets. In paragraph 1, I've got a simile. In paragraph 2, I might do a metaphor. But you have a range of language devices. You don't use the same ones over and over and over again. Guys, I'm not going to make this video unnecessarily long. That is how you plan the perfect bulletproof paragraph. It has everything you need to smash your creative writing. It has everything you need to get the best possible answer in your exams. Now, this is what I would like you all to do. I would like you all to take that as your question. Then I would like you to think of a story. Then I would like you to plan 5 paragraphs just like that. If you want to, email me your plans and I will give you feedback. If you don't want to, after planning your answers, please write up your stories and then send me your stories and I will mark them for you. Guys, don't forget, you must have language and you must have content. One of these and not the other is not good enough. Alright guys, I hope you benefited from this little series on English language paper 1. Going forward for 4 weeks, we will now be doing English literature. Guys, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching. It's been Mr. Everything English. Peace.